We have Child of Dusk, Corrin, and she is 41 HP, 38 attack, 40 speed, 34 defense, and 29 res. Hey, you were really close. You were really, really close.
I just didn't expect her to have trainee, even though I realistically should have, because it's always Corrin that gets trainee status.
Hold on, this is 180. This can reach 185 then?
182.
182, so can reach 185. Oh god.
Her dual buff is still 180 for some reason, so it doesn't do anything.
That's so funny. Wait, it's
her dual effect is useless.
that is hilarious. Wow. Imagine imagine being so broken in terms of BST that your dual effect cannot keep up. It literally provides no benefit to you.
Same thing happened to Edelgard, but Corrin
After a merge, though.
Yeah, well, duh.
But this is immediate.
I mean, even no merges, it doesn't do anything. It's just that it would technically be worse after a merge.
Wait, hold on.
Go back.
Wait, I just want to double check. Because it says when you're in arena, it's treated as 180. Does that mean she's...
can't. It does not go backwards.
Okay, because...
If units BST is less than
okay
180, then it will be treated as 180 in arena and such modes.
Okay, I was just saying if that happened, it'd be so funny because it's just like wait,
it'd be hilarious.
Yeah. We're actually limiting how much points she's worth.
Yeah, that'd be a weird counterbalance, I guess.
So 182 BST with a merge, 185 Super Boon, Super Banes.
Something that I had and lost.
You lost it,
and I have it again.
have
Attack
it
Super Boon and Speed Res Super Banes.
Attack Super Boon. Oh, I was surprised. I thought it was gonna be one of those characters of like, hey, we gotta go ultra fast again.
Nah, I think she got too fast is the thing.
Yeah, she is.
Like she had so much base speed that it was one of those situations where it's like, okay, Corrin isn't supposed to have 40 speed, so let's make sure she can be much slower.
Yeah, so for those who forgot, if you attack Corrin, she gets 5 more to all stats. Or if you're 100% and she attacks you. Or whatever the case. The point I'm trying to make is she's already freakishly fast at 45 base, essentially. So if they made it plus speed, she could reach 49. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
exactly.
Hold on. Why do people keep saying she has 3 legs in her art?
It was something to do with the trailer. Frames made it look weird.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just a weird matter of perspective, pretty much.
Okay. I mean, she has nice thighs, so if she has 3 legs, that's triple thigh.
I mean, she does get a tail.
Oh, yeah,
Of course, you get some other implications, but let's not.
And yeah, and the tail and the third leg are also innuendo for something else.
It is?
It is, and let's not go there.
Oh, well, how come I don't know about it? What?
Because you're an idiot, Mims. Let's move on.
Okay. Hey, have you ever seen a kangaroo? It literally uses its tail as a third leg. Like, it puts its weight on its tail and then kicks you with both legs. It is actually a third leg for some creatures.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. Okay, that said, though, moving on, this is a really impressive Corrin. We knew she was going to have low HP from the trailer because we saw it was 41. And the guesstimations were around, you said 28 or 29 res?
29 res, pretty much.
Okay.
Was guaranteed.
And you
It
saw...
was more so a matter of the attack.
Right.
I said 42, but it could have been 38 if Joint Drive was active.
Right. So you said it was 38, and you said 38 attack, 38 speed. But we never accounted for 182 BST, and we can see where it went. The extra 2 points went to speed, and then the remaining extra points went into defense. 34 defense is actually impressive.
Defense.
Oh, wait, what'd you guess for defense?
30.
Oh, well, yeah.
I didn't have anything recorded anywhere on your channel or in your Discord, but I guessed for 33 defense, but 36 speed, so I definitely lowballed her speed, but I was going under the assumption she would have 177 BST.
Why would you expect her to be
why is
that
it
much
so
slower
low?
than herself?
I just went with that because it was the absolute minimum value for her being able to double.
All right, but yeah, so she's beaten our expectations, all of our expectations. When you guys told me, hey, that she's gonna be 185, I was just like, no way. We just reached infantry 180 with like Dimitri. No, she's actually capable of reaching 185 with a merge. That's nutty.
Probably the trainee status, but that is still pretty insane, nonetheless.
Just to put this in perspective, guys, she is now in the same bin as the previous highest BST dragon. Winter Sothis reaches 185 with a merge, or she just gets past 185.
She
Winter
is
Sothis has
185.
185 flat.
185 flat. So she's just 3 BST behind. But take that into consideration. If you're only 3 BST behind, and you get infantry movement, now, to put things in perspective, yes, Sothis is dragon, but she doesn't count as a dragon, so she effective against dragon stuff doesn't work against her. Well,
Except
falchions.
for Ruptured Sky and Binding Shield.
Yes, I was gonna go there. So she's armored is her weakness. So Corrin's weakness is dragon. You put that in perspective, this Corrin has already managed to catch up to the BSTs, essentially catch up to the BSTs of Sothis. It reached the same bin as Winter Sothis. And Winter Sothis was just last December. Wait, it's 9 months ago. Well, about 8 months ago, actually. 8 to 9 months ago. But still, that's so crazy. In just not even a year, we already have an Infantry Hero hitting the highest BST armor in the game.
Yeah, the trainee definitely turned around quick. Needless to say, having Corrin this soon after BST bump was intentional.
It was intentional.
Yeah, and just think, almost, well, a little over a year ago, people were stunned that Fallen Female Corrin was reaching 172 BST.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it 173?
73.
Yeah. Regardless, it was still one of those things where it's like, okay, what the hell is going on? A little more than a year, 10 extra BST, and HP is the only thing that Fallen Female Corrin has over Legendary.
Yeah, to put perspective, first off, Corrin has been that poster child trainee unit 3 times. First year was Fallen Female Corrin hitting 173, then it was Fallen Male Corrin hitting 177, and now we have Fallen Female Corrin out here hitting 182.
Yeah. It's
And then, of course, the Adrifts came out the year before that at 167.
right. But this is pretty effed up.
68.
8.
Because she's
Mhm.
colorless, so her only true weakness is just being dragon. Which makes... And the fact that she comes with distant counter, her own unique special, which is busted, and the fact that her weapon gives her +5 to all stats so easily, just like Winter Sothis. Good lord, has she, like... Is she better than Winter Sothis? Now, Sirius gives you some sustain,
Yeah.
but this is damage reduction. And she moves properly, so I'm leaning towards yeah as well. Ah,
Easily,
wow.
It's because of
Yeah,
the fact that
because
Sothis
of-
has a
yeah,
effective weakness.
Because of movement, yes, but Winter Sothis, if you're not facing any armor slayers, then yeah, she can actually. Well, Winter Sothis can perform better in longer battles, but in shorter skirmishes, Legendary Corrin comes out on top.
Right.
Even then, it's a little variable because Sothis has 30 defense. And
Yeah.
it means reducing her own damage taken, so she could just die.
Oh, man.
That's also true.
And, well, yes, and Corrin is much better at taking the initial shot than any other hero, just because of Shield Pulse and negating Fang. Though, with that said, AoEs will still grind her up, but she'll be fine otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Man, okay, so just a quick refresher. She has Primordial Breath, special trigger cooldown count -1. If foe's range goes 2, calculates damage using lower foe's defense or res. If foe initiates combat or if foe's HP is 100% at start of combat, attack speed, defense res +5 to unit, and grants unit special cooldown charge +1 per unit's attack. This entire thing was built in mind with negating Fang. So, negating Fang reduces damage from foe's attack by 30%. After triggering, boosts damage for unit's next attack by 30% of unit's attack. So in other words, it's both up close and at range, damage reduction of 30% always. So while people are saying, oh, good lord, thank goodness she can't use close call, she essentially has something like that. It's not 40%, it's not AoE damage reduction, but it's 30% at all ranges, all times. Because she has Shield Pulse, and she should keep Shield Pulse, which gets her negating Fang immediately. So she has damage reduction. And she has distant counter, Shield Pulse, which Shield Pulse gives her negating Fang at turn 1, and gives her a 5 damage reduction when the special triggers. Additionally, she has joint drive attack. So she's not hurting for attack, she's not hurting for speed, she's not hurting for damage reduction. This is just a ridiculous hero.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, the only things she could really be hurting for are res, sustain.
Yeah, res isn't sustained, but I would argue if you put her in, say, a light team with like Air or somebody, she not only gets more res, but she gets healing now.
Yeah, as long as you can make sure she doesn't get hit by too many opponents in the same turn, I think
Right,
it should be all right there.
right. Now she's not ideal for Ether Raids, guys, so don't even take it that way because she's a win legendary. You can't use her every season. And
She won't be unideal. I mean, every other season, when the stars align, she'll be fine. But yeah,
right. But
can't
I'm just saying.
design her for that.
Right, I'm just saying you can't use her like for everything. So don't get that idea in your mind. You'll be disappointed on how often you can use her. Moreover, I think she's better for like arena where she's gonna be devastating. Like in arena, how do you even fight this?
I was about to say, as Ether pointed out in chat, you're about to lose to this in AA.
I don't know how you beat her in AA or anything like that because I've already seen situations where Marth, like a +1 Marth, cannot one-shot. Like tons of dragons cannot one-shot them. You go with someone hitting a bit heavier, like Crom, still has the same issue. Not sure, like with 30% damage
regular
reduction.
Marth, definitely not. No.
But yeah, with 30% damage reduction and the weakness just being dragon and technically colorless, but I don't think you one-shot her even if you have effective against colorless because of the damage negation. This is the wacky hero. How like she's gonna be very difficult to deal with in general game modes.
The main thing is she can be an interesting way to counter Marth legendary with no follow-up. I don't even think he can really deal with her at that point. It's not out of the question, but it can be a bit difficult.
Well, I think legendary Marth should be able to beat her. It's just good job, you beat her one time. What about the potentially 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other Corrins you might fight?
I mean, it also depends. If it's a no follow-up Corrin, he's screwed. If it's a no CSR Corrin, he's screwed.
Right. Because you guys gotta consider that Falchion is 1.5x damage on dragons, but if she has 30% damage reduction on herself and already respectable defenses, she can take a hit.
Yeah. I can see at times Pulse, potentially Quick Impulse, but more likely with Infantry Pulse support, no follow-up or no C-Core, and that can literally just straight up destroy your counters.
Yeah.
In Arena Assault.
I think the best way to dealing with her is like someone needs to build Emerald with a Melancholy Staff to put her in check so that her damage reduction is turned off. Right. I think...
Pulsing, Pulse Smoke Ring, rather, AoEs, chip damage out of combat like Poison Strike or Savage Blow.
Yeah.
Those are my immediate thoughts.
Edelgard.
Brave Edelgard.
Brave Edelgard
No
can take
follow-up.
her on in enemy phase.
Brave
if she's
Edelgard's
not
res
running
is
no
high.
follow-up.
Sorry, Brave Edelgard's res is high, so she can take the hit
You can
too.
tank her
She'll be
with
fine.
Brave Edelgard
But I
since
work on the
Corrin
assumption
doesn't
of
come
no
with
follow-up
sustain.
and things get screwy.
Oh yeah. If there's no fault, things get screwed. Yeah. And the other thing to do against her is just to use like healers and whatnot that can not get counterattacked. But you need a lot of space, and you gotta grind her down instead.
Yeah. I mean, I don't doubt Brave Edelgard can take on Corrin, but it actually can be a bit iffy, to say the least.
Legendary Edelgard.
Legendary Edelgard? Pfft. That actually could be, again, no follow-up aside, tasty.
Okay.
Because you got that Gale 4. As long as she can survive, which, once again, not no follow-up. Amir prevents follow-ups, then she guarantees her own follow-up, and then she gets the Gale Force. She'll do just fine. And by the way, yes, Nagi would be a direct counter because she has colorless advantage and dragon advantage. I don't think Corrin can even live a shot.
Okay. So there are counters, but it's a limited pool of counters that's not readily available for everyone, is the point I've been trying to make.
And some of them are build dependent, like what the Corrin's running.
Right. So yeah, if the Corrin drops Shield Pulse, negating Fang's offline, which opens her up to other things, but having Null Fall closes other things. So it's a trade-off, but yeah, the Corrin's about to be annoying is what I'll say.
There is another option, especially if you have the pass.
Being
What?
Alm.
Roy.
Alm! Yeah.
A refined base Alm.
That'll do it.
I agree.
Because sure, the first hit will be reduced by 30% plus 5, but that second hit is going through no matter what.
Right. And that should be
And
enough.
at 60 attack, well, somewhere around 60 attack, she should probably die.
I think, I'm just going to say, if you get 2 shots on her, then it should be enough. But that's if you get 2 shots.
Brave Lysithea could take
Yeah,
her if
and
she
obviously I
takes
will say
damage
Naga
before
is
fighting Corrin.
literally a direct.
Brave Lysithea if she takes damage before fighting Corrin. I agree with that too. That res, even with negating Fang, even with the +5 res, with that much damage from Lysithea, she should be able to flatten her.
I would hope one of the best nukes could kill a not so great mage tank
Yeah.
in 2 shots.
Okay. So in terms of counters, there are some just not readily available, but this isn't. I'm not gonna say this is a meta-defining hero, even though she reaches
And
185 for
then
some reason.
I would be careful about saying she is or isn't meta-defining because, I mean, there were a lot of people who were fairly dismissive of Legendary Crom when he first came out, and
To change fate was not something most people are dismissive of.
Right.
And we all know
it,
that.
it was more the fact that Crom was a blue infantry
Oh,
archer.
yeah, people
that
were
were
dismissing him
more
as a
dismissive.
unit, and I think that they were wholeheartedly wrong.
Yeah, I agree. I was really
They
wrong
have
about
the
that.
same-
Horribly wrong on that.
I was really wrong about that. I was just like, I'm not feeling this at all.
Oh, he's just a blue archer. Never mind. He completely defines water season.
Or
The
Bramimond, we
The-
didn't.
the moment I realized it got too ridiculous was when my +10 summer support Nino was like survived by 1 HP, and I just realized if he had anything more, I'd be dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people badly underestimated Legendary Crom. I can see some people underestimating this Corrin as well. Like I said, for longer battles, she's going to be struggling a bit without any way of sustainability. But for the shorter skirmishes, she's just going to go absolutely wild on it.
Yep.
Which is why Arena is perfect for her, because that's all Arena is.
Yep.
Yep.
No, but I also think in Aether Raid's defense teams, if you're willing to not take a buff, a blessing on her, because I really think this is not going to be an easy hero for people to beat. Because I don't think people like go into Aether Raids, depending on season anyways, expecting to fight dragons, because dragons are rare, generally speaking nowadays. Keep her away from Naga, and I think you might have something that screws people over too.
Like, she's still not going to be ideal for Astra whatsoever.
Yeah.
Even though she's going to be in season all month. But if you put her on an anima team, simply because Naga is less prominent now that Altina's been out, or just anywhere in light and dark.
I think it has to be light and dark if you use her there. But I think she'll catch people off guard, because this is essentially... She has the BST of an armored hero, guys, without the armored weakness, and +5 to all stats. Her actual BST is over 200 very easily, with damage negation, with extra damage on top of that. I think people get caught off guard incredibly easily, and then she's all of a sudden just like unkillable for a team, especially if she like attacks. The thing is, like, unlike armor heroes where like a Winter Sothis might be difficult to kill or something, but she's green, so
She is comparable to Winter Sothis.
exactly. So she's much better at duel on both phases, because Corrin is 2 movement, Corrin is colourless, Corrin has negating Fang triggering for both battles, like, well, triggering all the time anyways. So I'm just saying, like, this is Aether Raid's defense. I think if you get her and you get enough merges, or even a +1, I think this could give people trouble on light
this
and
could
dark.
Definitely sponge. Again, main caveat: any tank dies to a bolt tower.
Oh yeah,
So-
yeah.
Be wary,
Be wary, yeah.
because we all see how bikes go in Aether Raid's defense. They die.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, how about some comparisons? Because I really want to just demonstrate why this is so absurd. These numbers don't really make sense. You know, I always dreaded this day from the first year where we get infantry matching armor. Now we're getting infantry matching... It's not infantry matching old armor, it's
Passing
infantry
armor.
matching new armor.
Mm-hmm. Well, except even Edelgard actually she matches, so it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
It just happens to be how the coins were flipped here.
So I've got Winter Sothis pulled up right now. So Winter Sothis has 3 more HP, 3 less attack, 1 more speed, 4 less defense, and 6 more res.
So the only thing she has is res.
And HP,
Okay.
which even then, Winter Sothis is among the lowest HP of all armors. So, yeah.
But
Yeah, HP, a little bit of speed, and res.
Okay, HP is important in keeping you alive, and with both power shenanigans, HP is pretty important, because if you're at 1 HP, they can take you down. But with that said, those stats, that gives her a better chance of enduring through longer fights. Because, I mean, HP's value is in the first fight especially, but in late, drawn-out fights, it's higher stats that usually matter more.
Pretty much. That res. It's definitely going to be Corrin's the physical, and then Sothis the magic. But I think we can definitely say, from most people's experiences, that Sothis's lack of physical bulk has been crippling. As for the others, I will start with the more power-prepped version. Alright, so to start by murdering a trainee from Generation 2, a drift female Corrin having equal HP, 7 less attack, 3 less speed, 2 less defense, and 2 less res.
Even though she gets 15 flowers. Yeah, that's
instead of 5.
Yeah.
Which gives her 10 BST, putting her to 178. This is still 4 less BST than Corrin.
But, you know, that's the ridiculous thing. Like, even if we just say, hey, get her after the flower differences, just 10 extra BST, it doesn't catch up with Corrin. Like, you've literally outpaced. And this is one of the heroes that had the bumped up BST and can still get 15 flowers. And even then, cannot keep up.
I mean, it also doesn't help that she has no attack, but just to put it in perspective, with the 15 Dragonflower advantage, or rather the 10 Dragonflower advantage, we would be seeing Corrin effectively having 43 HP, so, and then some, so 2 more HP, 5 less attack, 1 less speed, equal defense, and equal res. So it'd really just be worse offensively, but otherwise about the same.
Well, I can't just go like stats again because of her stupid breath adding +5 to everything. Whatever advantage.
Well, I mean, a drift female Corrin has a
it's
plus
5 attack, 5 speed. But like the thing is, she has special trigger cooldown count -1. They both have that. They both have attack speed +5 essentially, very easily. Though it's easier on the new Corrin. But the defense and res part as well.
And then the accelerant. Plus the perf special, which, I mean, that's kind of just the legendary part for you.
Yeah, it's not close.
I mean, the main thing to eye for is that female drift Corrin will eventually get refined. She's in that weird threshold where she can get one. So
I hope it's good.
A while out.
It doesn't have to be.
Well, I'm still waiting for Azura's refined, so you keep telling me that.
We get 1 book 2 per month. You never know. Then to go further, we have female Fallen Corrin, who came out more than a year ago. Also colourless Infantry Dragon, 173 BST for a total of 9 less BST. She has 2 more HP, attributing to Sudden Panic, 3 less attack, 3 less speed, 3 less defense, and 2 less res. Essentially, it is a trade of 2 HP for 2 res, and then 3 docked off of the rest.
Ah. That's still insane.
That's actually kind of sad just to listen to.
Alright, so...
Considering... It is important to note that Fallen Female Corrin has an extra 1 to all of her stats potential in her breath, as well as an extra 5 Dragon Flowers, bridging the gap by 2. But, yeah, it's still not even... It doesn't even catch up then. And then, of course, there's the other effects on the breath.
Right. The biggest thing for me is the fact that she gets +6, Fallen Corrin gets +6 to all stats if she's completely alone. Like, no hero within 2 spaces. But this new Corrin is just, she can be with her team, and still, or attack. Be with her team, well, attacks 100% or be attacked, and she gets +5. Like, there's essentially no difference, and it's a much easier thing to take.
Fallen Female Corrin is a bit tough, whereas this one is, if you breathe, you get +5. And then Blade. Baldwin's condition is easy.
So, wow, like, for me, this is a complete annihilation of the old Fallen Corrin. Like, there's just no point in using her versus this new Corrin. Lest you already maxed her out, basically. But if you were picking one today, the new one is just completely better.
Again, win season, it's once in a blue moon, you get that aligned with whatever offensive season. But otherwise, yeah, that should just be the straight up better tank. Even if you don't use her perf special, you can just switch to Soul or Luna. I mean, noontime,
Yeah.
depending on what you're running. And to bring things back around, Fallen Male Corrin came out not even 6 months ago, I don't think. Or just 6 months ago.
Oh, not even, because he came out back in May.
That is sad.
3 months ago. 4
That's
months
not even
ago,
half.
almost.
That's not even half a year then.
Yeah, I mean, once again, BST jump happens in this month regardless, so people get cut.
I know, but I still think this is a bit
Not
higher.
even 4 months ago.
I mean, if you want to get real about it, think like Geese, for example, just barely missed the cutoff by a week. For Male Corrin, though, he has Fallen Male Corrin has 1 more HP, equal attack, 2 less speed, 1 less defense, and 3 less res. Essentially, he's just a slower, less bulky version of this.
Yeah, 1 less defense, 3 less res.
That part is pretty.
Well, yeah, that's also a rip.
I mean, Male Corrin's perfectly kind of holds up.
Wait,
Speed plus 3 bridges the gap a little bit, but he gets guard.
Right. His perf holds up a bit, but he caps out +5, so stat-wise...
Correct. I mean, he also gets the 5 Dragon Flowers advantage,
Okay.
so it kind of comes
10
back
dragon
around.
flowers, not just 5.
No, the 5 Dragon Flower advantage.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
So he kind of comes back around. They get the same stats, granted harder condition on Male, but he gets guard, and then she gets Blade.
Yeah. But though I prefer... Again, new Corrin... Wow, the new Corrin really kills all the previous Corrins.
It's a little easier to argue on Male, but people don't use Male anyways because he's blue.
Yeah. And she's colorless, which is what I'm saying. Like, she really kills all the previous Corrins. Lest you want to use that Corrin in every season. Or you already had them fully built. But for everybody else, if you had to pick a Corrin now, it's this Corrin.
Yeah. Other than like the other fallen Corrins, I actually think base female Corrin with her refine might actually be the one who's best suited for keeping up. It takes some work, but I feel like
I don't
that's...
know if I agree with that. Hold on. Let's just bring that up.
Wait, I'll just quickly say something about that. I do agree to a certain degree because it's completely free to play. So if you were making a new Corrin and you didn't want to invest like orbs and whatnot, the new Corrin, the old Corrin with the new refine is really good. It's one of the most ridiculous heroes in terms of weapon refines that we've gotten. So I can agree with that.
Yeah, I'm saying I'd say it's fishy, but I can definitely see it.
Like I said,
so-
it takes some work, but she's the one I see as best suited for actually keeping up.
Little sus.
Like purely because of the penalty exploit.
Yeah.
Purely because of the free-to-play stat. It's not even a penalty exploit. That
Well,
barely does it.
it's a mixture of both.
Because the penalty exploit only gives an extra +6 in every stat at general most, unless you run -7 on every stat, which is unlikely.
I mean, plus 7 to everything if you've got the proper smoke set up, and then put like in an unlikely scenario, potential +14 to everything.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not gonna.
Panic and standard debuffs.
Yeah, if you have
like
panic, but the acceptable average is going to be 6, and if we look at that, it's not a huge. I mean, just for perspective's sake, female original Corrin has 11 less attack, 6 less speed, equal defense, and 8 less res.
Yeah.
The perf isn't going to be able to bridge the gap that easily.
I know, but again, that's the only reason I'm going to say it's free to play, and I think this is a guaranteed resplendent.
No, yeah, that's almost guaranteed. So I wouldn't say it's definitely out of the ballpark, but I mean, blue, plus the fact that there's so much ground to cover, you'd only be able to get at max investment female regular Corrin up to similar par to a low invest legendary Corrin.
Yeah.
Because
180 or
I
182? 182.
can't check anything.
182 with a 180 dual treatment.
Yep. It doesn't make sense. But you get her 1 merge, she gets 185. So this is the highest infantry BST hero in the game, and is essentially an armored hero without the armored weaknesses.
Yep.